Hello everyone, welcome to Optimal Timelines. I am your guide, Sean Collins, and helping you to connect to your most optimal future timeline. So this is going to be your tarot readings, monthly Tarotscope readings for the month of November 2021. And before we get started, I just wanted to let you know it's been a couple of months since I posted any videos. I have a very good reason for that. As many of you may have heard or know, here in Northern California, we went through a really terrible fire season. In fact, it's still kind of the tail end and it's going on. And I was involved in the Caldor fire, which as of a couple of days ago, burnt over 220,000 acres of forest land. A lot of people lost their homes. I, in fact, around mid-August was evacuated from my residence. My residence is okay. However, I did go through a move last month and this month also. So just wanted to let you know, thanks for your continued support. And that's the reason why I wasn't able to post any videos for about 8 weeks. But I'm back and very thankful and grateful that we survived with all of our property through the fire. So let's get started on the videos. Okay, so this is going to be your monthly tarot reading for everybody with their North Node in Gemini and or the third house, and it's going to be for November 2021. I'm going to connect to the energies and we can begin. And by the way, remember, you're going to want to watch two videos. You're going to want to watch one video for your North Node by sign and one for your North Node by house. Okay, so let's get started. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, so the spread on this side of the table represents the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th, and this spread over here represents everything from the 16th of the month to the end. So look, with your North Node in Gemini, you are going through your nodal return right now. And what that means is that every 2.5 years roughly, the collective North Node switches signs, and it's been, it's going to be for a few more months in Gemini, so South Node in Sagittarius, and so that's what we call a nodal return, when your personal birth North Node lines up with the collective North Node, and when you have your nodal return, it is like a test, a graduation, a test and graduation, to kind of see where you're at, to see, how you've been, going on your path. Remember, like I always said, if you watch any of my North Node videos, it's so key to having a life that is meaningful and that is fulfilling, because that is our task in this lifetime, to go toward our North Node by sign and house. Okay, there's areas in our astrological chart that point to where we're supposed to go. So every 18 years or so, when the nodal return comes for each of us, it's a graduation point, okay? So what I'm getting for the first half of this month in this graduation period is I'm feeling like a lot of you across the board are having drastically different experiences, okay? For some of you, you are having this awakening of realizing that you haven't done so well with the North Node, okay? And so it could have been, you could have experienced a lot of, over the years, past several years, heartache or negativity, or like struggles, or feeling like not being able to move forward. And all that is if we're having problems in our life, I want you to always remember this, okay? There is an answer, and the answer is always with us. It's in what we've done on our timeline in the past to where we are now, but we can always make adjustments now. We can't change the past, but we can change the present. That's what this is all about, changing the present. We can also change how we think and feel and how we have processed the past, but it does not change it, but we can reframe it. But we do all of that in the present, okay? And so for some of you, I feel like you've gone down this path of having a south node in Sagittarius, and or the ninth house, and it's like that can be a south node of like stubbornness, because you do come from a past and past lives of having a lot of knowledge, okay? Knowledge about life, about a lot of things, okay? But in this lifetime, you're supposed to look at other ways of looking at things, looking at other people's opinions, learning new ways to live your life and not being set in just one way, okay? Now, for those of you that are having a little bit of a better time, I feel like you're going through, if you've done well on your North Node past, this graduation could feel like really like you're flowering into this new life. And remember, if you're not experiencing this positivity, this is always yours. You could literally, if you decide to make changes in your life and you begin to implement them, you will see results right away. How do we make changes? I always suggest this. I'll suggest it here. Keep reviewing what it means to have North Node in Gemini and or North Node in the third house. Read on it over and over. I always constantly look at mine because it's a great reminder of where you're at when you're trying to make decisions. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I think this way? Should I think that way? Always look at your North Node and like what it's telling you to do within that framework, okay? So remember that if you're not having a great experience, go into your North Node path and you will see the more work you put in, the quicker the results, okay? So like I said, I see two distinct groups of people, and a lot of people that are kind of in between, but you're seeing two general things that are going on. Remember though, your nodal return is an opportunity to graduate with honors. So even though we only have a few months left of the North Node in Gemini, if you're not having a great time and you were to like review what it is to have North Node in Gemini and or the third house, put in the work, make some changes mentally, physically, emotionally, okay? You could see a lot of results quickly, okay? So don't waste this opportunity, okay? You could still have get ahead and have a graduation that is, very positive. And you're going to want to do this anyway, because even, after the North Node goes, to its next position, you're still going to want to follow this path because this is your lifelong task, okay? Now, the second half of the month, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing that again, the two opposites are playing out here, and there is going to be people going on to the second half of the month that are going to have two drastically different experiences. Those that have really gone down that path and, of their North Node, and others that are struggling. Okay. For those of you that are struggling the second half of the month, there's some emotional confusion that's coming in, and what it's telling you to do is this confusion is it's telling you to begin to look inward into your own intuition, not to try to figure out your life and the situation through the mind, through calculating, okay, do I do this or do I do that? But really going into who you are as a person at your core. Like, what is your true self telling you to do without interference from the mind? Because what's causing the emotional confusion is there's again this clash between the mind and the way you think and the way you've done things with the emotions, and it's causing this whole thing to scramble. Go into your intuition, follow that gut instinct. And again, you have the sun card reversed. The sun reversed is still very good because it's like the opportunity is right there. It's like right over the hill. You just have to like kind of put in that effort to get over that hill, because it is positive things are very close at hand. The other thing too is that this is where this whole energy of, and right now I'm speaking to those that have been struggling, that have this North Node by sign and house. This is really causing or calling to you to humility, to because it takes a lot of humility to realize, wow, okay, I've thought this way for a long time. I've tried to push in this direction for a long time, and it takes a lot of humility to say, maybe I was wrong about the way I thought about this, the way I felt about this. Maybe it was wrong the way I dealt with this or that. And so that's what a lot of this energy is calling you. It's calling you to be, gentle on yourself, but also tough on yourself in the sense that you are allowing yourself to feel uncomfortable in facing truths. That's what this is about. Sagittarius and the ninth house, one of the key words is truth. Your truth, or the one truth. And sometimes in some lifetimes, it does call, the Sagittarius energy calls for you to follow your one truth. In this lifetime, there are many truths, but your personal truth is really like being honest within yourself. And that's the humility. It's like, be gentle with yourself in the sense that don't beat yourself up, but be tough on yourself in the sense of being able to be uncomfortable and saying, I made some mistakes. I thought and did, thought certain ways and felt certain ways and did certain things and I shouldn't have, but you can always change. When you do that, it's a super powerful act. Remember, when you move into your uncomforts, okay, when you go into what's uncomfortable, the benefit, the more uncomfortable it is, and when you do it, the bigger the benefit, okay? And so that's what this is really, calling you to do. Now, for those of you that have been, on a better path, I do see at hand, literally, you have some powerful cards here, okay? The World upright, Wheel of Fortune upright. So for those of you that have been doing that work, it's all you really have to do is continue down that path. But the thing that I want to caution you on, that if you're going down this path, and let's say you've had a more positive time than the other group that I was talking about, okay, is being able to reframe your past, because I feel like your past experiences sometimes come up to haunt you. Okay, and so that's what you're really doing is, and I feel like you have it under control, but just realize the past is the past. Okay, make peace with it, learn from it what you can, but whatever happened, you go through a terrible experience. Okay, I could think of many terrible experiences that I've gone through in my lifetime, right? But right now I'm sitting here with you, making this video, doing this reading, and I'm feeling pretty good, okay? And I am not focusing on that. It happened, but it's not happening to me right now. It's a matter of letting it go. And I'm not trying to, when I say this, I'm not downplaying what things that you've gone through in your life, okay, that we all have. I'm not downplaying, but there's nothing you can do about it except, it's an experience that you went through. Don't let it keep abusing you. Don't let your past negative experiences keep hurting you, okay? Like, you have to make peace. That's what I'm seeing. A lot of you that are on this more positive path, that sometimes it does come up to haunt you. So that's my advice to you, is make peace with it. It's not hurting you right now. It happened, and you don't even need to figure out why it happened. It didn't happen because you're a bad person. It happened because, lots of reasons, karmic things you needed to learn or experience, or whatever, things that other people needed to learn and experience. There's a lot of question marks and mysteries. We don't have to know or figure out why everything in our life happens, okay? All we have to figure out is the present moment and getting that in order to move to our optimal timeline. So anyway, I hope this reading was helpful to you and that you found some value in it. Thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing, spending some time with me. Much love, much appreciation, and we'll see you on some more videos. Many blessings.